Welcome to Home Helper's new employee orientation. Our agenda for today is part 1, to complete the onboarding paperwork, make copies of the required documents. Part 2 would be this presentation. Part 3 would be the caregiver training, take a photo, and print your badge. A little bit about our background. Ketan Shah is the owner of Home Helpers of Santa Clara Valley. Ketan obtained his master's in engineering and came from a family of physicians and healthcare providers. He is gratified by the experience of helping people and providing them support and enhancing their lives at home. He started his business as Home Helpers owner in 2016, covering all of Santa Clara Valley. These are a success from 2017 all the way up to 2019. Our core values. Here at Home Helpers, our mission is to become the most trusted and respected providers of comprehensive home care services and support for individuals who choose to remain independent wherever they call home. Values are: bring your passion every day, own your results, love what you do, and driven by excellence. Compassionate care, respectful, responsive, and reliable is what we look for in caregivers. We try to provide the same care to others that we would expect for our own families. We put ourselves in the shoes of clients, the caregivers, and the family always. We're you-centered and not we-centered. We respect the other person's position. We are responsive to needs in a thorough and a timely way. We are reliable and we do what we promise. Teamwork and kindness. This is very big. We strongly believe in communication, positivity, and solving our issues together. Unity is vital to us. We willingly help find a solution to any problems. Kindness. We choose to be kind to everyone we encounter. Our goal is for everyone to feel welcome. You're definitely people first and employee later. Exceptional Caregiver Awards from 2016 all the way up to 2018. Important details. This would be the phone number that we use overall. This is the office landline. You can call and text us through this number, but you cannot send us photos or videos attachment through this number. If you wish to send us a photo or a video, please email one of us in the office for those photo video attachments. Scheduling. Catherine Vega is responsible for scheduling. All schedule changes must be made through the office. Please keep the office updated with your current phone number and email address. Communication. Texting is the preferable communication for instructions. For example, mileage. 408-259-5930 would be our universal number. If you mention a client, use only first name. Please check for messages for frequently throughout the day. Reply to all messages promptly. If we reach out to you twice without a response, we will move your name to the bottom of the list. Please remember that we are a franchise. Home Helpers is a franchise. We want to maintain a certain degree of consistency. This gives the agency, clients, and workers a definite advantage. We have tried and true policy and procedures, and everything is done professionally and efficiently. Our services. We are non-medical care services to individuals primarily in their personal residence. Home care services include, but are not limited to, companion care, homemaking care, personal care, and respite care. Activities of daily living. So think of ADLs as everything you do when you wake up in the morning. Transferring, using toilet, bathing, dressing, grooming, walking, and eating. Instrumental activities of daily living. IADLs are all the activities that enable a person to live independently. So anything from light housework, preparing meals, taking medications, shopping for groceries or clothing, helping the client use the phone, and managing their calendar. Rules and regulation. A caregiver may never do the following: provide skilled services, become or act as a power of attorney, be engaged in any financial transactions involving a client, perform medication setup for a client. You cannot lift the client who has fallen. You cannot accept gifts from a client unless we get a notification from the client or the client's family directly. You cannot smoke in the client's home regardless if the client gives you permission. You cannot eat the client's food unless there's a special circumstances, maybe live-in or a 24-hour case. Caregivers are expected to support the home helper's mission, know home helper's employee policy, see employee handbook, follow the care plan provided for each client, keep the client as your first priority while working, and timeliness. So arriving at the client's home at predetermined time. Caregivers are expected to always look for opportunities to make the client's life better by taking them on outings, taking them to their favorite restaurant, and keeping track of the state of the client. You can definitely do so through ClearCare, which would be a mobile app that we use here at Home Helpers. Cell phones. Cell phones would be on silent, out of sight, no texting, and no social media. How to dress for work. Scrubs. Scrubs are very appropriate dress, and top scrubs is required. Clean and neat appearance, meaning no sleeveless shirts or bare midriffs, no holey or worn jeans and no cutoffs, no open-toed shoes, minimal conservative jewelry, minimal piercings, no acrylic jeweled fingernails, no perfume, and no cologne. Attendance policy. No show, no call is voluntarily quitting. You must speak with an actual person when calling off a shift. And that would be the same number that was given in the beginning of this presentation. Actual person meaning the office staff. Make sure you speak to one of the office staff when you are calling off a shift. Proper notice for call off is 12 hours prior to the start of the scheduled shift. And if you start at 7 or 9 in the morning the previous day, make sure to call off 12 p.m. the previous day for an assignment starting at 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. Attendance policy. Give 30-day written notice for vacation request. Email Salida, Joyce, Catherine, and Katan if you do need to request time off. Other time off can only be given if a suitable replacement can be found. Try and schedule your appointments during your days off. Etiquettes. So caregiver must not allow any visitors to the client's home. This includes family, friends, or pets of the caregiver. Client should never be taken to the caregiver's home. Caregivers should not share their family or personal issues with the client or the client's family. Caregivers should not give out their own phone numbers to the client. Clients will call the home helper's office and they will contact you for a return phone call as appropriate. More in etiquette. Maintain professionalism, so avoid becoming too familiar. Your conversation should be about the client, their interests, their travels, their profession, not your personal problems. Make sure to enrich your lives by playing puzzle, listening to music, and reading a book. Make sure to keep things neat and tidy. Garbage out, dishes done. You are not at home, so do things the client's way and make sure to use appropriate language. Emergency procedures. Resuscitation. Does this client have a do not resuscitate? The care plan developed at the start of care will have specific instructions regarding the client's wishes for resuscitation. Know the home and surrounding areas. So know the address, the phone numbers, the client's name, identify the best emergency exits, safe resting place outside the home, and know where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure to be proactive about prevention. Emergency procedure. Call 911 if the client is experiencing any of the following. Home helpers, caregivers are not allowed to administer medical assistance. Call 911 for instructions. Then call the office after emergency dispatchers have been notified and immediately assistant has been notified or summoned. Hospice. We partner with hospice agencies. Instructions from hospice registered nurse will be given to you. Do not call 911. Please call the hospice agency. Rights. Caregiver rights. Not to be abused emotionally, sexually, financially, or physically. Make sure you work in a safe environment. Provide inputs for changes to a client's care plan. You will be informed if a client complains about you. A confidential investigation and a fair hearing, and be told the outcome when addressing complaints against him or her. File a complaint without a fear of retaliation. Receive timely payment for the services, including salary and mileage when appropriate. Now the client's rights. For them to receive a considerate and respectful treatment and care. For them not to be abused emotionally, sexually, financially, or physically as well. They do design their own care plan, so they decide how services will be provided and who will deliver those services, including requests for change of caregiver. They could definitely refuse treatment if it's not a good fit. And then we will go more in depth about the privacy and confidential handling of their personal information. File a complaint with the agency, and they can request for any receipts or statement for the fee-based services. Employee pay. So pay periods are every week from Saturday to Friday. Paychecks arrive by the following Friday, and that's why we need your bank information for direct deposit. Mileage. Reimbursement for miles driving a client in your car is 54 cents per mile. And that is why we need a copy of your car insurance. Vacation pay. We provide vacation pay for full-time employees. New employees will not begin to accrue vacation time until after 6 months of employment. Again, new employees will not begin to accrue vacation time until 6 months of employment. Sick pay. Employees who have worked more than 30 days within the year of their employment with the company are eligible to accrue 1 hour of sick pay for every 30 hours worked. Employees may use 24 hours, which is 3 days of sick leave per year. And sick leave will be charged in 2-hour increments. Overtime. Overtime is paid time and a half the regular rate for employees who have worked longer than 9 hours in a workday or more than 40 hours in a work week. As for holidays, all hours are paid at time and a half the regular rate. Because of the holiday pay, there is no additional overtime pay on a holiday. And these are the holidays that we consider. Fun perks. So we partner with Great American Monterey Bay Aquarium. We get a little bit of discount for each one. So if you're interested, please let us know. Pay stub breakdown. If you have any questions, or if you would like us to send this to you privately, please let us know. HIPAA. Confidentiality. Keeping all information about the client confidential. Caregiver information should be kept private as well. Caregivers are expected to keep all home helpers, client information, caregiver information, and company information confidential. HIPAA is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of '96. It is the federal law that regulates portability and continuity of health insurance, health information privacy, administration of health insurance, medical saving accounts, and long-term care insurance. The HIPAA privacy rule gives an individual rights over how their health information may be used or disclosed and protects the unauthorized disclosure of certain medical information known as Protected Health Information, PHI. The HIPAA privacy rule requires covered entities to carefully handle PHI. Now you ask, what's confidential? Everything is confidential, from their name, their address, their age, any other personal information. Also includes the client's illnesses, the treatments and medication he or she receives, caregiver information, any information about the past health conditions, future health plans, and why the client is open to services. Protected health information, PHI, exists in various forms, from print, spoken, and electronic. What are the consequences of breaking the law? If it was considered a civil penalty, then it would be $25,000 for the violation. And if it was considered a criminal penalty, it would be $250,000 fine and or 10 years in prison for using information for commercial or personal gain or malicious harm. What is the need to know rule? Apply common sense. If you need to see the client's information, you can definitely do so to perform your job, but you may not need to see all the information about every client. Please apply the need to know rule when sharing information with your fellow caregivers. We are done. So now this is our to-do list for today. ClearCare application download and login. Please download ClearCare Go on your mobile phone. If you need further instructions, I can send you an instruction on how to use ClearCare. And if you don't have any training, caregivers list training is what we provide. So I can create a login and assign training to you. We're also going to take your photo and print your badge. And I could email you the handbook as a soft copy. Finally, we are excited that you are here to help home helpers and our clients. We are in this together and we look forward to your participation and input. We want to learn from you, so keep us informed and share your ideas for making things better and making lives easier.